Welcome back to another section looking at highest common factors today. Highest common factor, HCF, of all numbers. Highest common factor of all numbers. We've dealt with common factors in the previous classes. Let's look at the highest common factors of all numbers today. We'll be using two methods in solving this problem: the tabular method and the exponential method. We'll be using two methods in solving this problem. Number one, the tabular method. Number two, the exponential method. So pay proper attention to the class and ensure you get the best out from it. Remember, you are in a school. Anywhere you don't understand, please, you can forward questions to me on the WhatsApp platform. Now, highest common factor of all numbers. Let's take the first example. Find the HCF of 6 and 10. Find the HCF of 6 and 10. You may be given more numbers, but let's start with two numbers, 6 and 10. Tabular method. Tabular method. I'll write my 6, draw a line, write my 10, draw a line for any factors to sit. You start with the smallest factor that can divide 6 and 10. Start with the smallest factor that can divide 6 and 10. If there is no number, if there is no factor that can divide 6 and 10, your HCF will be 1. Remember, you must always get a factor that can divide the two numbers or the three numbers or the four numbers given to you at the same time. Please mark those words. The factor you should be using should be a factor that will divide the numbers you are dealing with at the same time. Right now we are dealing with 6 and 10. We must find a number, a factor that can divide 6 and 10 at the same time. Not a number that can divide 6 separately. Then you now look for another number that can divide 10 separately. No. The number you're using to divide 6 should be able to divide 10. And the number you're using to divide 10 should be able to divide 6. So the factor must be a factor that will divide 6 and 10 at the same time. If there is no factor of such, then do not go further, because your HCF is 1 as the answer. Your answer to the question will be 1. If there's no number that can divide the two numbers or the numbers you're dealing with at the same time, then your HCF will be 1, because it is only 1 that can divide all numbers at the same time. Right now we're looking at 6 and 10. What number can divide 6 and 10 at the same time apart from 1? Apart from 1, what number can divide 6 and 10 at the same time? That number is 2. So I'll write my 2 here. How many 2 do we have in 6? 3. How many 2 do we have in 10? 5. So what I have done are 3 and 5. I'll look for a number that can divide 3 and 5. I'll keep on breaking the numbers down. What can divide 3 and 5 at the same time apart from 1? Apart from 1 that can divide 3 and 5. Which other number can divide 3 and 5 at the same time? There is no number. So you just write highest common factor is equal to 2. The answer is 2. The highest common factor of 6 and 10 is 2. The highest common factor of 6 and 10 is 2. Let's try another example. What is the HCF of 8, 16, and 20. Now I'm dealing with three numbers, 8, 16, and 20. Tabular method. 8, 16, and 20. Keep a space for the factor. What number can divide 8, 16, and 20 at the same time? What factor can divide 8, 16, and 20 at the same time? I'll start with 2, the smallest factor. 2 in 8 is 4, 2 in 16 is 8, 2 in 20 is 10. Now, what can divide 4, 8, and 10 at the same time? At the same time. The number I will still use is 2. 2 in 4 is 2. 2 in 8 is 4. 2 in 10 is 5. What can divide 2, 4, and 5 at the same time? At the same time. A number can divide 2 and 4, which is 2, but 2 cannot divide 5, so I will not use 2. So you must look for a number. Whenever you're solving HCF, you must look for a number that will divide all the numbers you're concerned with at the same time. So what can divide 2, 4, 5 at the same time? No number. So our HCF would be multiply these factors, 2 times 2. Our answer is 4. So our highest common factor of 8, 16, and 20 is 4. The highest common factor of 8, 16, and 20 is 4. Let's try the last question. What is the HCF of 3, 5, 20, and 36? Solution. Tabular form. 3, 5, 20, 36. Put a space for the factor. What number can divide 3, 5, 20, 36 at the same time? At the same time. Numbers can divide 5 and 20, which is 5, but cannot divide 3 and 36. 3 can divide 3 and 36, but cannot divide 5 and 20. Look for a number that can divide 3, 5, 20, 36 at the same time. There is no number that can do that. So our HCF is equal to 1. That is the answer. This is how you go in solving problems that have to do with HCF using the tabular form. In our next other class, I will show you how to use the exponential method. Today we've dealt with the tabular method. So see you in our next other class.